Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to a Nikke video, and today we're going to be looking at the newest SSR unit, Laplace. So, how do you get to look at her information? You just click on this little thing where it says her name, and it'll bring you to this screen, where you can now go to status details. So, I think this first thing doesn't really mean anything right now, currently in this game. 10% additional damage is not that big of a deal. If this didn't even exist, you probably wouldn't even notice. She's a rocket launcher unit, and I know some of you guys don't like rocket launcher units. However, I think having at least one on the team is fair. There are certain rocket launcher units out there that are quite good that don't require, being a damage dealer. Senti, for example, is probably the best rocket launcher unit in the game, and not because she's using a rocket launcher, because she could use anything, but she is so valuable. So if you are a new player and you have Senti on your team, or you just have her in your party and you never really knew if she was good or not, she most definitely is good. She's been in my party ever since I got her. Her shields are valuable, very valuable. I'm not here to talk about her. We're here to talk about Laplace. And so she's obviously an attacker. She has almost no support capabilities. In fact, she has no support capabilities. She's a selfish DPS. And to be fair, she isn't missileless, so missileless is, I think, seems to be the easiest to get in the chip place in the outpost. It seems to be the easiest to level up, so most missileless characters are probably going to be very good because they're just very easy to get that stuff going. Anyways, let's look at her abilities here. Hero Vision. It's not very long. It's only 5 seconds. It's not a very long time, so you kind of have to. You just have to kind of do your thing. Make sure make sure you're not autoing with her. I don't think she's very autoable. I mean, of course, if other people on your team are strong, it's fine. But against bosses and things, you would want to be controlling her probably because she relies on stacks and things like that. A Hero Bomber is a good last hit against certain enemies, especially against boss parts. Where some bosses have like grenade launchers, or it'll say on the screen where it says like grenade launcher or something like that, or core. Those are boss parts, so she'll be doing actually more damage to those boss parts, which you really want to get rid of as quickly as possible, so you can move on to other things. So this is a very nice ability, but remember, these are all at max level, so even, at lower levels, it's probably not going to be doing as much, of course. And we have the last thing here, which is, it's the coolest thing about her, but at the same time, there's a problem with it. So, you already see right here, 5 seconds. It's not that long. I think this duration is just not long enough to warrant using her burst effect when you could be using someone else that doesn't have a duration quite as quick. Now the damage is quite high, but like I said, the duration is very low, and she does get pierce, which is quite nice. And if you affects the same enemy when Hero Vision is fully stacked, so if you have this fully stacked, you actually be dealing even more damage as true damage, which is going to be a lot more. But she relies on stacking, things like that. And so she's a very selfish DPS. There are some selfish DPSs out there, but there are some good ones out there like Helm, who is a DPS, but she can also heal and do a lot of other things. So in terms of just usability, I don't think she's up there. If I were to make like a tier list, she definitely is not being in the S tier, that's for sure. Because if I were to make a tier list, I would be making it for what they can do, encompassing the entire game's mechanics, not just of course, in terms of if this was like a DPS tier list, she might be reaching A tier, S tier-ish. But if I were to make it best of all time, she's not even reaching S tier, definitely not. So if I want to give her a score, I think I'm going to be giving her a 8.25 out of 10. I think she's good as a damage dealer, but she'll be very expensive to pull for, of course, because I'm sure most of you guys pulled for him already, like I did. So you might not have a lot of gems, or may have a lot of gems. But honestly, I think this one's just a skip. And it's a good time. If you just had fatigue over pulling for Helm, this is the best time to just save up. And if you're new to mobile games, like these versions where you have to pull for characters, most times when you're pulling for a character and you get them, it's good to back off. Despite if this character may be your, growing favorite of yours because of the story, or just a good character, it's always kind of good to back off and start saving and recharging your gems for a time period where you may get something even better. I think that there's just going to be something far better down the road than this. As cool as her, the pew pew gun that she has as her burst skill, I think it's just better to just hold off and just save your gems, like I will be doing. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Hope you guys found out if she's good or not. But if you do get her, good luck. Or if you do pull for her, good luck. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.